to discuss about heart walls and septum. So heart walls is very simple. The, the heart is covered by three layers. The wall is covered, made by three layers. Those layers we are going to discuss. Within the heart, there is a four chamber. Each chamber is divided by a thick layer that is called a septum. These are two things only we are going to discuss in this presentation. So let us start discuss about heart walls, heart coverings. So epicardium, myocardium, and endocardium. Apart from this, there is a pericardium above the epicardium. Or one of the covering is pericardium. This pericardium is very essential for the heart muscle. So in the epicardium, it is giving protection, and endocardium also it is giving protection. Whereas myocardium is it is play a vital role because it has a power to contract and relax and receiving impulses from the neuron, nearby neuron, so that the heart is functioning very well with the help of the electrical impulses. Let us discuss one by one. So within the heart, if you take one portion, in that we can able to see epicardium, myocardium, and endocardium. Already we have discussed the function of these three layers. Let us discuss about heart walls. In that the outermost layer and within the epicardium, there is another special three coverings that is called the parietal pericardium, visceral pericardium. In between, there is a gap that is called parietal cavity. In that cavity, there is a liquid that is called pericardial fluid. Those fluid is it is protect from external germs attacks or any other forms of viral and I mean internal body germs, so that it protect from the germs. So we can able to see white covering, pale white covering is covered by heart, that is called parietal pericardium. Okay, so in that parietal pericardium, there is a parietal pericardial fluid. This is called a fluid. This fluid only it protects from shock waves and external body germs and other neural stimulation. All these things is protected by the fibrous pericardium, parietal layer of pericardium, pericardial fluid, visceral layer of serous pericardium. These layer is given additional protection to the heart. So in the parietal pericardium, there is a fluid. Those fluid is increased. It is a disease condition. So it should not beyond its limit. So in order to maintain a good rhythmic condition of heart, we have to maintain a pericardial fluid properly. If pericardial fluid is increased above the normal range, definitely there will be a problem of contracting and relaxing the heart. So pericardial layer this is normal layer, this is abnormal layer. We should understand this condition. And next areas, see, already we have discussed the pericardium. In the epicardium, the one of the important layer is pericardium. In that pericardium, visceral and the parietal pericardium, these two layer, in between these two layers, there is a gap that is called, that will be filled with the fluid. So the pericardium is one epicardium is part of pericardium. So pericardium is one of the layer of the outermost layer. So in this three layer of covering, epicardium, myocardium, and endocardium, the see outermost layer it will give protection, innermost layer also it protect to leakage of the blood. So myocardial layer, it is very essential one and important one. Because of myocardial layer only, there is a the stabilizing the pressure and ejecting the blood from one chamber to another chamber without any delay. So it is a stronger and thick layer composed of contractile cardiac muscle. So it has capacity to contract and relax and conduct electric impulses from nearby neuron, and it has blood supply from coronary arteries. So myocardial layer is very very important to govern your cardiac cycle, systole, diastole, for everything. Myocardial layer is responsible. And the functions of myocardium: myocardium muscular middle layer of the wall of the heart. It is composed of spontaneously contracting cardiac muscle fiber which allow heart to contract and relax. Heart contraction is autonomic involuntary function, and the peripheral because of peripheral nervous system, the heart muscle is automatically contracting. And next area we are going to discuss about septum of the heart. So within the chamber there is a wall to uh, protect every chamber. Because of this septum only, and there is a separation of heart chamber. So there should not be any direct contact between the ventricle and atria or atrioventricle. There is a opening that is called wall. This is about the wall of the chamber. I mean, dividing chamber of the wall is called septum. So there is three types of septum. The first one is in between right and left atria. There is a separation that is called the septum, atrial septum, and in between two ventricular there is a wall and there is a divider that is called the ventricular septum. But upper and lower, upper is two chamber is atria, and lower is two chamber of ventricle. This chamber is divided by one septum that is called the atrioventricular septum. So here you can able to see right and left atrium. There is a middle layer, the middle thick layer that is called the atrial septum. This is right ventricle, left ventricle. There is a middle. There is a wall that is called another ventricular septum. And third one is the above two chamber is atria, below two chamber is ventricle. In this area, there is another thin layer that is called the atrioventricular septum. This septum is very, very essential because the bicuspid, tricuspid, and pulmonary wall and mitral wall, and these wall is present within the atrioventricular septum. So this septum is very, very important when you talk about heart function. So with this, the coverings and septum is over. When there is any problem in the atrioventricular, ventricular septum, if there is a opening, it will mix oxygenated and deoxygenated blood, so that it will not supply proper oxygenated blood to your working muscle. So this is one condition of disease. I mean deformities. We have to take care about this medically. We have to take care about this. And another one is that in between two atria there is a direct opening without any walls. That also another kind of disease condition. This is also very very important, where we need to medical attention, and we have to solve the problem. Because of this atrial septal defect and ventricular septal defect, there is a remedy, there is a closure device. The atrial opening is closed and the ventricular opening is closed. By this way, we can protect our heart. So, with this, so, and within this video, we have discussed about heart walls and septum. Heart walls are four coverings, septums are three septums. Thank you.